wasn't on the rage bait.
Okay, okay. So yeah, so
Mine
the
just
Genshin.
seems more fun.
Yep, yep. So this one is.
It has almost been 5
Oh
years
my
since Genshin Impact
goodness.
first
Ugh,
came out, and to call these 5
that's
years
crazy.
Has
eventful
it been
would be
out that
an
long?
That's
understatement.
crazy.
The early videos on my channel serve as proof of that. From review bombing Google in their own app store to going up against the Shrek community and
Thank you
losing,
for the hell
there's
yeah.
simply no shortage of crazy stories when it comes to the Genshin community over these last few years. But one thing that has been consistent ever since the game first came out is the fact that it actually ruined many relationships. Back in 2024, someone posted about how their friend's fiance ended their relationship because she would repeatedly ignore him for hours. What was her reasoning? Well, she was cheating on him with fictional characters. She would spend hours role-playing and looking at spicy
That's crazy.
Oh my god.
That's wild.
I literally have a friend. They never made it past fiance. His fiance of like 8 years. She got fed up with him playing WoW. He was cheating on her with his raid squad. So he finally caved in. Even moved to Texas with her.
Oh my
her
goodness.
home state.
Oh no, not Texas.
They got married. Her family liked him more than her.
Texas, home of the dawn.
He worked with his dad. I mean, her dad. And, yeah, so, long story short, he finds out she cheated on him.
Crazy.
With his friend.
Oh my goodness.
On my birthday trip.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it was wild. But anywho, so he divorced her. It was messy. Kind of chain reacted into that friend and his wife getting divorced. Because, you know, cheating on your spouse just tends to ruin things. Who knows? But, so then, you know, fast forward, we've been playing a game, Lords Mobile, which is a cash grab that I wasted a ton of money on, but made money on. And he ends up marrying our guild master.
He didn't learn.
Actually, no, he did.
Oh, okay.
She actually appreciated his gaming and all as a part of him, instead of saying, you know, grow up and quit cheating on me with the game. And, like, she's you know, he upgraded from a Family Dollar store manager to a MBA from a good university in Ohio, who came here from Vietnam and actually went to Vietnam, married her there with her family, and they've got a thriving business here. Planning on retiring in Vietnam in the next, like, 5-10 years. Yeah, it's amazing what kind of turnaround you get when you quit dealing with people that shame you out of doing something to manipulate you. End up being a cheater and actually go for someone that appreciates you for what you actually enjoy and all.
Wow.
Just kind of funny, considering this is basically the start of that breakup. Just a guy doing it.
fan art of those characters from Genshin. How about this guy who had to end it?
And I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of guys out there who have raid squads and MMOs that would love these ladies. You know, she gets her Genshin, I get my raid on.
His relationship because his girlfriend refused to travel with him on vacation since she didn't want to miss her daily quest. Oh, and of course, let's not forget the situation in which someone broke up with their boyfriend in game chat. They didn't text, they didn't call, they broke up with them in game chat. There is no shortage of stories like that.
That's good.
What me is the fact that what just occurred in 2025. We're talking about a couple who was engaged, okay? They were about to get married. They were so close. The woman had a ring on her finger and the guy had proposed to her. But now their entire marriage is at risk. Everything's about to be called off. The parents are involved fighting with each other, all because of Genshin Impact. I wish this was a joke, guys. I mean, seriously, it's so ridiculous. We have to talk about it. So let's do this. All right, so for you to understand how this marriage got ruined, we have to talk about Genshin's gacha system. The most important currency in Genshin Impact are primogems, all right? You can earn these in-game, but you can also spend money to get them. You use them in order to buy intertwined fates. These will allow you to wish on a banner. Your goal when wishing on a character banner is to get a 5-star character. If I were to wish once on this banner, then the odds of me getting a 5-star are 0.6%. If I'm lucky enough to get a 5-star character, then a coin is flipped. If I win the coin flip, I get the character I want, which in this case would be Farina. If I lose the coin flip, I get a standard character from the standard character banner that no one wants, and I have to try again. But this time, there won't be any coin flip. But the thing is, getting the 5-star character that you want is only the beginning for some people, because that's where constellations come in. After getting a 5-star character, I can wish for that character 6 more times. And for every copy I get from them, I can activate a constellation. These are extra.
I just need to say Farina's mid. That's where I said it. She's mid. Mostly because she got that weird looking cowlick on her head. She's mid. Okay, you can continue.
Wait, is that the one who dances and does the weird song?
I don't know. She's the one that they're showing on screen. She got some white hair.
Oh, wait. I'll go back.
Mid.
I don't know if that's her.
That is literally her. It says her name.
Wait,
Farina.
no, I think it's her that I'm thinking of. The one that did the. It was an entire meme on TikTok for like 2 years.
No, dang, that's crazy. I'm just reading.
For some people, because that's where constellations come in. After getting a 5-star character, I can wish for that character 6 more times. And for every copy I get from them, I can activate a constellation. These are extra passive abilities that you cannot unlock unless you get copies of this character. By the time you reach the 6th constellation, the character would have changed so drastically that they won't just be overpowered. They will undergo a full kit conversion. So if they're a damage dealer, well, guess what? Their damage is multiplied by 10 now, and they're also a healer. It changes everything. And the only way to get it is to get copies of the character. There's no other ways to earn it. If you don't farm in-game and only spend money, then getting a C6 character with all 6 constellations will cost you anything from around $1,000 to $2,000, depending on how lucky you are with the coin flip. There are some players out there who will do this for every single character, all right? Those players have a name. They're called whales. Any gacha game would gladly trade 1 million of their players for just 1,000 of these whales because of how much of a financial impact they have. But the problem here is that many times these whales cannot afford this. They just do it anyway. This brings us back to this failed engagement. On March 19th, 2025, a user made a post on the Am I Overreacting subreddit with the title, Am I Overreacting? My fiance spent $600 on gacha.
I would like to interject that Lords Mobile did not have a gacha system, but they had packs that rotate. And there were heroes called 11Ks because it cost $11,000 to take the max level, and a proper rally lead for like Emperor needs all 3.
Oh. Oh my goodness. No.
Go on to say my
wait, pause.
Yeah, like
You know what's crazy?
just to be a rally lead, you need 33,000 on
You,
those characters alone.
you know what's crazy though?
Beyonce spent
Wait,
six.
you know what's crazy? Some people didn't. So loving these face. Some people didn't realize they're spending $2,000 to $5,000 on loving these face characters. This was before I think Silas came out. They were spending $2,000 to $5,000 playing the game. I was just like, how do you spend $2,000 to $5,000 spending on loving these face? Because I was just like, yeah, there's like quite a few mechanics in the game, but I was just like, how are you spending on the mechanics? Because there's pay and
Okay,
stuff.
so in Lawrence Mobile,
Yeah.
if your character was a Titan,
Uh-huh.
which is based off of battle power, he could gift anything to lower players. And people would quote unquote buy your diamonds. You could farm diamonds hunting. So I started working with a couple hunting buses, did monster hunts, farmed gems, turned around and sold them for cash, and then used Aptoid to buy app coins, which had a 40% discount, and kept reinvesting and basically made a mini rally lead for like 3,000 of my money and 12,000 that other people paid me. And then I still sold it for like 4,500, so I made a profit. But my little brother, there was a game, I think its name was Ebony. I don't know. I want to say that's what it was. Really hope it wasn't Maple Story, but that's also possible knowing him. He dropped 11 grand on that game before he realized how much money he spent on it.
Yep. So.
Like, that's when you have a problem, when you're not able to even comprehend the money you spend on something.
Like, don't get me wrong, like, I understand with, like, Marvel Rivals, Fortnite, X, Y, and Z, like, you could understand how much in that is in those lockers and stuff, but at the same time, like, with the battle passes and whatnot, you can also get it for, like, a cheaper price, but, like, with the love and these fits, a lot of people don't even realize they're spending the money. I think that's so you could drop that 5K all at once. Now it's just like, how do you drop it all at once though? So like over like when you're playing models or something, you're like you drop.
Please tell me, because like I need to know how you drop 5K all at once.
That's why I was.
Because that means I got 5K all at once.
That's what I say. They were dropping. I was like, how?
That's some mad money, but like, I was in a Chinese guild that would go for Emperor and all, and eventually I started doing the Chinese buses where a bunch of their whales would just buy packs, and good lord, was that ever profitable for me. I just, at the time they made a change, added a whole new troop type that always had upkeep. And I'm just looking at it from the fact that I've grown my account on peanuts compared to everyone I play with. And now I'm seeing a massive upspike. I'm like, yeah, no, time to get out. But there's people who don't do that. My friend did the same thing. They went ahead, sold. But yeah, kind of interesting though.
$100 on a...
I find this one interesting because they're into the same game.
gacha game without asking. I flipped out and now his entire family are calling me abusive and encouraging him to call off the engagement. For context, I work 55 hours a week and he drives Uber during the day while I'm at work. We are paycheck to paycheck.
Why, you have a
So
thought?
I'm interpreting that as he's spending his income plus dipping into hers,
Yeah.
and ain't even brought the conversation up with them engaged.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
Could not do that.
As you can see, this post went absolutely viral, and she set the record straight from the beginning. She's the breadwinner in this relationship, alright? She works 55 hours a week, he works whenever he can doing gig work. It definitely doesn't pay as much as she earns, that's for sure. She then posted these images with their texts, and this is when the incident took place. Let's read them. It starts off with her fiance saying, "Stop calling me." She then replies with, "We need to talk right now, pick up now." Her fiance then replied with, "You're not being fair at all. I explained my boundaries to you, but you are not respecting them. This is exactly what blank says is abusive about you." And then she said,
Right.
"You spent $600 on our credit card on a fucking game?" He then says, "I explained."
You know how I said I don't like how Google Docs get abused?
Mm-hmm.
So I explain my boundaries to you and you're not respecting them. This is exactly what my blank therapist, unlicensed therapist friend with therapist speak, says is abusive about you. You know, being an adult.
Oh, yo. So, he's a licensed therapist. Yeah, you know, there's this video about why
You
people hate.
probably have some therapy speak
Oh yeah,
stories too,
no,
don't you?
it's because I heard why people hate therapy speak and stuff. Was like, I do the therapy
Yes, exactly, Potato.
yeah, is a dangerously effective way of yeah. So that's why I was just like, when you brought up therapy speak, it's just like I literally had to watch the video with someone. It's like gaslighting was what I meant to say abusive state. It's basically like it is a way of abuse and gaslighting when it comes to therapy speak. It's just like triggering. You know, it's you're crossing my boundaries, especially because it's just like they like to throw out these words that they hear without really understanding the concept of what it means because they hear it in quote unquote therapy or what is said a lot without really understanding the what it really means. And it's just like that's why a lot of people tend to hate anyone or like hate when someone tries to use it against them. It's just like you don't really understand what that means. And so it's just like they often understand it. That's what makes it worse. I don't know if they really understand it
no.
though. Like, do you
Some
think
of
they
them
understand?
do, and most of those people are highly enabled narcissists.
So I
And
guess
that
some do
little
and
bit
some
of
don't.
knowledge enabled them to be narcissists, which
I
is
guess true
what's
abusers
worse.
do, while those who pretend to understand therapy don't actually understand it. So it's just like, so it's just like, so like for example, this one who's like, you're not respecting my boundaries. It's just like he doesn't really understand. So, it's just like, and that's why she could.
Your boundaries do not equal we have to sleep in a cardboard box.
Like for this one, like this one, he doesn't really understand it. But if you've seen someone who actually knows how to, like, get through or like break through someone, like there's this one story about someone who like he was really good at breaking down someone. So he was just like, so this was the story. It's like I was jealous of my, let's say my coworker is Tim, because his wife Sherry was a good stay-at-home wife. She knew how to cook and clean, and my wife she cleaned, but it wasn't as effective because she had to work all the time, just like I did. But like, I don't know, she got lazy, and something hit me. I realized when we got into fight, she would she would become a better cleaner. So I would purposely get into a fight with her just so she would clean. And so I would say things like, I had a dream about this girl, like this yoga instructor. And it would get her into a frenzy. And so she like it was like one of her triggers was just like getting like it wasn't enough to like push her towards the edge, but it was enough to get her to clean. And so like he knew what he was doing enough to like push her buttons, but not enough to make her like leave. And then he was just like he would just like think on it and think on it. And so he would do it like basic, not enough to do it every day, but just like every 3 days or so, like that, so it wouldn't catch on. And then like one day he was at work and he was like, "Hey yo, Tim, I finally got my wife to like be just like your wife." And Tim was like, "What do you mean by that?" And he was just like, "Yeah, I was just low-key jealous of your real wife." And so like, I kind of broke my wife down. And Tim was just like, "Yeah, that's kind of disgusting, man." And so like it took him a while to realize that he was kind of weird. And so he he had to go to therapy. And then he was just he realized when he went to therapy that everyone kind of hated like what he was doing. And he was just like, "I kind of hate therapy. Everyone thinks I'm a horrible person." And then towards the end of the thing, he was just like, "You know what? Bleep everyone. I just found out my wife was cheating on me. You know what? I'm glad I did all the things I..." So at the end of the day, he was just like, "You know what? She deserved everything she had coming." But it was just the fact that like he was able to break down and realize like he wasn't pushing it to the edge like right away. Meanwhile, you can see it with like this so far. He's like, "You're pushing my boundaries. You're not respecting me." And it's like, well, to her, it's just like, "Well, bro, you just spent $600. I don't care about your boundaries right now." So
yeah, I'd want to ask him one question.
So
did she cheat before or after you beat her down about everything?
it was
Just
apparently
so that
beforehand.
you
So
didn't tap to dust.
it was apparently beforehand. So it was just like, but it was just like the whole point is like to him it just doesn't even matter.
I can hear the doubt in your voice, because if it was beforehand, she wouldn't have put out that energy.
So
she would have just called it a day.
But it was just more so like to him it really doesn't even matter. It was just like, well, she's a cheating thought.
Yeah, it was him justifying it.
Yeah, so. Anywho,
that is wild.
Explained it already to you. And then she says 600 for 2 virtual characters you don't need, without asking when we are paycheck to paycheck.
What's up,
That card was for emergencies with the Civic. And then this dude has the gall to reply with an image of Farina, which is one of the limited characters available in Genshin Impact right now.
Farina is diabolical.
That is diabolical.
Like, to send a photo.
I'll give you that one.
This has to be made up, dude. He then says, you told me you wanted her too, but you aren't happy for me, LMFAO. Actually, I'm done. I'm a 29-year-old man. I am allowed to make purchases without needing your permission. This is an abusive dynamic. Blank explained that very clearly to me.
You could tell why he's
She then
not
said, yes, I said I want Farina. I didn't.
You could tell why he's not
Why he's not as what?
as therapy speak or as manipulative as the other person. It's like, well, this is what this person told me why you're abusive. It's
Oh
like,
yeah, he's got an enabler.
yeah, well, he's like, well, you see, this person had to explain why you're not actually that good. He can't explain himself. It's just like,
you know what I'd be like considering at that point? Be like, sweet, go live with that person.
Yep. So
I'm gonna keep affording food.
Didn't say we should spend hundreds to get constellations. You are a fucking addict. You already spent all our Christmas money on it. So as you saw, he didn't just pull for the character, he pulled for her constellations as well, which is completely optional. What does he reply to this? You are snooping into your fiance's purchases. You should take a look at yourself.
yeah.
She then replies with a middle finger. She just straight up told him, go fuck yourself. Then said, this is a shared card that I set up for emergencies and you went behind my back. Why don't you tell Blank about your gambling addiction to video game characters? Her room temperature IQ fiance replied with, actually, Blank told me all about your coercion? I guess he means coercion. And I believe you are a narcissist personality. That is why you are continuing to try and control me and control my financial decision making. You know this is my values and I have had Farina as my wallpaper forever. I refuse to be verbally abused for being myself. I am battling anxiety and you do not care at all. I need...
You know, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that this individual here is actually the one with the narcissistic personality.
Yeah. What's the titties that
Just a wild guess. Oh, that's an alarm.
Okay.
To use that as an excuse. I need to go buy a Lamborghini right now with money I don't have, and if my mom confronts me, I'll be like, Mom, you know I've had a Lamborghini as my wallpaper, like, forever. Stop it. You're being controlling. You're a narcissist. This is insane. This dude's almost 30. He then decides to impulsively end everything, saying this. I don't want to get married to you. I'm not talking on the phone. I emailed screenshots for my appointment tomorrow. Thank you for giving me horrible anxiety attack and ruining my night. And no, I didn't do a fucking thing with Farina yet because of your calls. Then she said, I will call Capital One and dispute the charge. Your account will be banned. This is true, by the way. If you spend money in Genshin Impact and you charge back, your account will have a negative balance. And if you don't bring it back to zero, then you'll get banned. What did he have to say to that? Try it, you will lose me forever. I'm going to Scottsdale for the night. Stop calling me for 12 hours and we can talk then. Good night. A few minutes later, he says this. Will you please answer my mom? Please.
I bet she called Capital One.
Yep.
I apologize for my reaction. As I said, my anxiety is bad today and I have to do better. I love you. You don't need to dispute the charges. I will get you the money soon. Blank can spot me 600 tonight, so can you text him your Venmo? Anxiety really bad, Blank, please.
Oh, yeah,
now look,
now
Reddit is known
your
to have a lot of fake...
Now it's your
Oh, I
anxiety.
bet Reddit loves this one.
Yeah.
posts, especially on subreddits like Am I the Asshole, with some of the craziest fan fiction you can imagine. But the thing is, here, with these screenshots, it's very hard to fake this. This dude is clearly a man-child, all right? It's clear that he's overly attached to his mother, okay? He has no voice. She decides everything for him, and the guy's almost 30. The woman who made the post commented this a couple hours later, saying, Update. I am overwhelmed by all the replies. Thank you. I'm trying to read every comment. It feels obvious now that I was not overreacting. Yes, the card is in my name only and is not that old, but he saved the info somehow. The card has been in my bag, so I'm not sure how or when he got the info into his game. I am calling Capital One in the morning to dispute the charge. His mom left me a voicemail saying that I gave him a panic attack and to give him space. I did text his drug-dealing friend to try to out and to call these...
Wait, I accidentally went back. No.
Oh my god. Oh, you gave them a panic attack. Oh yeah, because, you know, getting a $600 charge is not a panic attack on its own, right, man? Imagine waking up to a $600 charge to your account. Oh my goodness. Oh, imagine you got yourself a panic attack. It's like, oh no.
I wonder who it was that, he was getting the advice from.
Apparently it wasn't his
I'm
mom,
curious.
but it sounds like his mom.
You think it was his mom or the friend that knows how to deal with people with addictions?
I doubt it was his drug dealing friend for one, because his drug feeling. Okay. His drug dealing friend would not be in this situation for one. He'd be like, leave me out of it. So,
I don't know. I've known a few.
I doubt
As long as you did not tell them that it was all over game.
No, I doubt.
Most ones I know of who would have gave similar.
I doubt. Okay.
But he left me on red. Also, he's currently online on Discord playing Genshin Impact at his mom's house. Hours later, she posts, update. Okay, I can't keep up with all the comments and messages I woke up to. I'm checking what I can. Thank you everyone for reading and telling me the truth. First, his family is very involved with his life for cultural reasons, but they have all demonized me since we met. His mom said I am never going to see him again due to the way I treat him. I got her on the phone and told her the engagement was off, and she started screaming that it's already off, so I can't end it. He has blocked me, including on Discord, which makes me think he saw my post. As for the $600, I woke up to a Venmo from his sketchy friend. I paid off the card and locked it. I would love to have disputed the charge, but even if I did, it would just put his Genshin account into a negative balance. Then he would have time to spend more to fix it. I have no doubt he would find a way to get another $600 and keep the account. As much as I want to blow up his drug, I am afraid of how he would react if he lost it. And we don't have shared accounts, but I have let myself be taken advantage of. I see that I fucked up by saying it was our credit card, and he's not even a co-signer on the lease, so I'm screwed because he doesn't actually have to pay rent anymore. I think the craziest thing in all this is that she actually thought that she was overreacting. She actually had to make a post to verify with strangers, yo, am I in the right here? Am I making too much of a big deal? It's clear that this runs deeper though. The mom of
So they live together, but he's not on the lease. Dang, she let him freeload? Crazy. Oh my god. Oof. Oh my. Chat.
I can tell he's a mama's boy.
Oh yeah, no, I see that from the get. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Straight sprinkle all over Genshin.
Drizzle, 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 drizzle. Oh.
Or yeah, drizzle, thank you.
Oh my goodness.
Oh hey, JJ.
Yeah.
Were you planning on calling it soon?
It was the next video because I heard an alarm from your side go off.
Oh, I only set an alarm to check for routes. I always do that.
Was there a good route?
Kind of mid. But it's at like 6:45.
Yeah.
So I got time.
Yeah, so the other videos should be enough for like when you like we reacted. What's up, Fiori? By the time we react to it, you could.
The fiance is very fishy.
Yeah, this one is wild.
Yeah.
I did not expect it to be that good.
And it seems that she's trying to control him to separate him from her so that she can reclaim him as her property.
Bro,
Wait, I want to play that again.
She should at least have him co-sign. Bro, Uber 55 hours a week and he just has dashing. It's crazy.
No, I just gotta play this one comment again.
Very fishy, and it seems that she's trying to control him to separate him from her so that she can reclaim him as her property. I mean, he moved in with her immediately, as if she was planning it. After a few more hours passed by,
talking about the mother,
she confirmed to a commenter saying engagement is off. So their wedding is never going to happen. Their engagement was cut short, and she is now single over a dude that can't control his spending on a video game. So much so that he stole her credit card from her purse when she wasn't looking, took her info, spent it, and then was shocked that she was shocked. Zero accountability. It's insane. But it happens more often than you think. Moist Critical actually made a video about this before me, okay? He was a bit faster than me, but there's a comment here that went through something similar, and it just shows that it's not an isolated incident. Like someone's ex-boyfriend spent $3,000 in 2 weeks on Genshin Impact right at the start. When confronted about it, he didn't just say that he was having an anxiety attack, he also added in a little bit more spice, saying that he's autistic. This eventually led him to have a financial crisis, and of course he blamed his girlfriend for that, which ruined their relationship. Guys, ultimately gacha games can be fun. Anything can be fun, but in moderation. So if you're gonna play one, be very careful with your spending. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I'll see you in the next video whenever that is, and I love you so much. Mwah!
Drizzle, drizzle.